I'm Douglas Galler, and I'm at Midfield here at Cougar Stadium, home of the China Spring Cougars. This week in high school football across Central Texas, as we get you ready for the Red Zone, the China Spring Cougars had a big win at number 2 ranked Franklin to start things off. Brenham, without Jacoby Dixon anymore on the roster, they still got the big win against the rival Huntsville. And oh yeah, my bold prediction last week, the 13-point underdog Coppers Cove Bulldogs, yeah, they got a 4-point win at Colleen Ellison. Now we go inside the game plan with China Spring Cougars head coach Tyler Beatty as we look forward to week 2 and they take on the Bastrop Bears. We were just talking about Gregory. Had over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that went over. How crucial was that run game to y'all's success Friday night?
I mean, that was that's what we're going to hang our hat on. It's one of our staples, and we knew that going into this year that Gregory having another year of experience under his belt at that running back position, and the physical offensive line play that we've got. And so we knew we were going to have to run the football, and then obviously be able to exploit pass game whenever needed.
You only had 8 passing plays. That's not very many. Was that part of the game plan to begin with, that you were going to be that so run heavy, or was that just kind of what the game dictated for you?
A lot of it kind of just came as the game progressed. For us, it was we're going to start off with the run to open up the pass, and when we continue to have success in the run, it was why get away from it. And defensively, what Franklin was doing, they didn't really give us just opportunities to throw the football over the yard. Super aggressive in their front 7 linebackers and defensive line play, and so we knew the amount of time the quarterback was going to have was going to be minimal. So whether it be a quick game, quick pass, or for sure guaranteed completion, those are the kind of pass concepts we were going for.
How happy were you with the offensive line play? Is much improved in just one game over last year?
With 3 guys that have never played a varsity snap, we were thoroughly impressed. We thought that how hard they played overrode some of the mistakes they made. And obviously when you have some experience in the backfield, he's able to see some things a little bit differently. And then obviously the perimeter blocking gave us opportunities to run on the edge.
Okay, now, I mean, you get a win over a really good ranked team in Franklin. The schedule doesn't get any easier. You're going up in classification now into 5A with Bastrop coming here to China Spring. What is it going to take to get a win against a team like this?
I think the first thing is our guys are going to have to match the intensity that we had the week ago. We've got to make sure that we stay humble and not make this our Super Bowl of winning one and, winning 50% of the games we won a season ago. But for our guys to understand that, hey, have a lot of confidence going into a season, into a game. Bastrop is loaded with talent, and our kids know that. We snuck out there a year ago with a close win, and we know they're going to be hungry. So we've just got to honestly execute, and the things that we talk about is we've got to be the toughest players on the field. We've got to eliminate penalties, and then we've got to fly around for as long as the game takes.
Given that close win, you kind of walked out there with a little bit of surprise last year. You think there's something that they got something to prove when they're coming here Friday night?
I know for sure Bastrop's coming to take one back. I know that's their entire thought process, especially with the talent they have and the season they had a year ago. They are returning a lot of guys in the skill positions. And for us, obviously not the same type of offense or defense that Franklin runs. It'll be good for our guys to now kind of be acclimated to the type of football we're going to see for our district play.
Always great insight from Coach Beatty. We thank you so much for that interview. Looking at some big games this week, we've got some games of rematches from games last year that these were just games that were too good to be true. Last year, Bremond traveled to Grapeland in week 2 and lost. One of 2 losses they had in the regular season, but it's okay. They beat Grapeland in the 4th round of the playoffs last year. Now Grapeland comes to Bremond. Another banger for this week, A&M Consolidated, 9th ranked in 5A Division I, travels to Forney to take on 6A opponent. The Jackrabbits were last year, Brandon Schmidt's team had a 1-point victory over Forney, and this year now looks to extend their regular season win streak to 12 games. This was a close game last year, should be a close game again this year. Forney, a 2-point favorite, much bigger school, but A&M Consolidated has a tremendous team, and I think they'll get the win. Moving on to our red zone game of the week, the Fairfield Eagles travel to Mexia to take on the Black Cats. John Bechtel is an experienced coach there at Fairfield. He's been there for a long time, and he has his team rolling as they got the win last week, 51-13 over Maypearl. Then again, Mexia, the defending district champ in 5-3A Division I, lost last week to a very talented Palestine Westwood team who might have one of the best running backs in the state. They lost last week 14-54, but they're trying to regain that magic that they had last year that got them a district championship. Fairfield, on the other hand, QB Cole Collins had 3,500 yards passing on 43 TDs just last year alone. This one should be a good game. Mexia won this game last year 37-23, but Fairfield probably is going to have the edge this week. They're favored according to Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Moving on to our midfield rankings. This is our pound for pound the best team in high school football throughout the entire Central Texas area and the Brazos Valley. At number 5 this week, we have the A&M Consolidated Tigers, who won 44-17 last week versus Lake Belton. And they have a tough test this week against Forney. At number 4, the Aquila Cougars out of 1A, who won 70-0 over Covington in week 1, and they're eyeing a district championship. Their only loss last year, only 2 losses last year, both came to Abbott in the regular season and in the playoffs. At number 3, the La Vega Pirates, who made the state championship game in 4A Division II last year, looks to get back there and reclaim that crown. They had a 41-3 win over Kennedale last week. This week, however, it gets much tougher. They go on the road to take top-ranked in 4A Division I, the Salina Bobcats. At number 2, the Bremond Tigers, who had a 35-13 win at Kearns last week, and they host Grapeland. And then the number 1 team across the area is the Lexington Eagles, that was last week's game of the week. They had a 55-26 win at Marlin, at state-ranked Marlin in 2A Division 2A Division 1. This week, they host Little River Academy. Our bold prediction of this week, Esrom Martinez and the Waco High Lions get their first win of the season, and Esrom's first win as head coach of the Waco Lions Friday night when they travel to Corsicana to take on the Tigers. And as always, you can catch all the action in the red zone this Friday night with Shaji Adam and Donna Conrad. From Midfield, we'll see you in the red zone on Friday.